Good morning. I'm eating some Velvetos this morning. I like these breakfast cookies, biscuits. They're called breakfast biscuits, but they're sort of a cookie, I guess. They have fiber in them, and I call them a healthy cookie. They got blueberry, but they are good. I usually dip them in soy butter and have some milk and usually like some fruit or something, like a banana or applesauce or something. I haven't done a YouTube video in a while, and I have a lot of people now starting to message me and ask me if I'm okay. And I thought today, since I was able to get up and walk, I would update you guys what's going on, because it'd just be easier than to message a bunch of people and describe the situation that I'm currently going through. And I kind of miss videoing a little bit. Over the last several weeks, there's been a lot of ups and downs, and most days I don't want to video just because I'm super discouraged, and I just even put my camera up for sale. My mom, she's like, don't do that. So I guess there's going to be some good moments, and I'm having a good moment this morning, so I thought I'd get it out. And I keep saying I'm trying not to say I try to edit the ums out a lot. But I do have a smile on my face right now, which has been kind of hard here lately. For those who have watched my previous videos, I had an ear condition going on. Started in 2022, and they called it cochlear eye drops, which is kind of something called Ménières without the vertigo, hoping that it would not turn into that. And I was just kind of putting that in the back of my head, saying, no, that's not going to happen to me. So I had 2 episodes in 2022. I took medicine. It got better. I'm assuming the medicine helped. Or it just randomly got better. I don't know. And then fast forward 2.5, 3 years, and now we're at 2025. And this past December, 2024, I started having some hearing loss again. And I don't know if it was related to a sickness I had going on, COVID, or it was just going to happen. Here I go again. It never got better. I started taking steroids. I did like 2 shots, 2 rounds of prednisone, and felt like I got better for about 4 or 5 days, and then it started tanking again. And ever since then, I went and got a hearing aid, which helped some. It helped balance out the full feeling of being stopped up and kind of brought my hearing to a good, like a level balance. It helped tremendously for like the Bluetooth feature to be able to stream, because I can hear so much better when I'm streaming directly to my hearing aid than when I'm trying to watch TV or my iPad or edit or talk on the phone, those kind of things. So that was super helpful. It also took the ringing way down. I don't know, it just helped. So those are all godsends, and I'm very grateful for that. A little bit more time went on. I noticed my hearing was getting worse, and we've had multiple trips to the ENT. Still calling all this cochlear eye drops. They're not really sure 100% what causes it, but they think it's some sort of fluid issue in your inner ear, and it damages hair cells that vibrate in your cochlea, and that's how you hear. And when those are damaged, you start getting either hearing loss or hearing loss and side effects with it, which distortion and all those kind of things, which I think are not good. For me, I especially don't react well to that. So I've been trying to overcome that, but it's hard when the hearing keeps fluctuating and dropping and those sort of things. Then last Thursday, I noticed all day like my hearing was getting worse. The ringing was just crazy. I couldn't even hardly focus just for the ringing in my left ear, because it's just in my left ear. And it was just getting louder and louder, and by the end of the day it was so taxing, y'all. I was just really stressed. Went to bed. I normally put like a headset over me after I take my hearing aids out, and was like, okay, I gotta focus on something else. I gotta listen to something, but it was really hard to listen to anything because the room was getting loud, and I was just like, what's going on? What's happening? And so at one point in time, I woke up in the middle of the night and I put my hearing aid in my left ear, because I felt like that helped a little bit. And so I laid there and went back to sleep for a few hours, and then I didn't really want to sleep with my hearing aid in, but I don't know if that's a major problem. I don't normally roll over on my side, So I took my hearing aid out, and the ringing was just insane. So eventually I got up at about 5 o'clock and sat in my recliner, because I have a recliner in our bedroom, and sat there and dozed off. Well, woke up at 7 to spinning. The whole room was spinning. Wouldn't stop. My regular doctor, when I went for a physical in January, she wrote me a prescription for vertigo. And I yelled at him and I said, honey, get my purse, because I knew it was in there. And he went and got it and found it and gave it to me. And I also, at that point, I had been spinning probably for a while, because I woke up to it. I'd probably been spinning for, a little bit longer than a few minutes. And so the room was spinning. It was just spinning violently. I was sitting in my chair, and I couldn't get it to stop. And fast forward, I spun for about 3 hours. I had to focus on something, like an object, not like right up close. Of course, I couldn't do that, but like maybe like the bed rail or the windowsill across the room. I had to keep my eyes perfectly still, which is really hard to do because everything was swaying. But the more, if I closed my eyes, it would really spin. If I kept them open, it was just like everything was just kind of like this, and I just had a I had a spinny feeling, but it wasn't as bad as if you close your eyes. But everything was moving, and my eyes were moving, so I ended up getting sick. I threw up for about 3 hours, and my husband went next door because my mother-in-law had some anti-nausea medication. So towards the end of this episode, everything was starting to kind of slow down. I took the Zofran, I think it was, and everything started kind of subsiding and relaxing, and it stopped. And then, of course, the vomiting stopped. I noticed the ringing kind of started subsiding too. It was much better than what it had been previously the past week. So I had a break there, and I just kind of rested the rest of the day because it was really exhausting. But during the attack, I couldn't walk. I couldn't get up. My husband had to basically carry me to the bathroom and back to my chair, and it was just a debilitating situation. So after that was over, I was very discouraged, thinking, okay, at this point, I do probably have Meniere's disease, because that is classic of everything that's been going on with me with the vertigo. And just reading that, it's just not a very hopeful thing. But because I have faith and I have Jesus in my heart, and I know that He is with me, whatever I'm walking, whatever path I go down, and whatever happens, the Lord is with me. I know there's going to be some rough times, some rough moments, because, how can you smile during vertigo? No, maybe after it's over and think how crazy it was, and oh my. But, yeah. So I'm just trusting Jesus, and I'm just trying to find hope out there. I'm trying to research some doctors, research some cures. Not really found too many cures at the moment, but there are some things. So I'm just kind of traveling down those paths with the Lord. And if you guys know anybody out there, any, people that have cured you or your situation, or just can guide me, so then fast forward to Wednesday, I got up, was in my chair, and I noticed this time was different. I wasn't having like the really loud ringing or anything like that. I just noticed suddenly my ear got really stuffy feeling, and it did start ringing a little bit at that point. And then within minutes, I was swaying. So I texted my husband because he was downstairs, and Joe came up and he got my purse. He knew instantly what to do at this point. We took the medicine right away. And I don't know if it was the medicine or it just wasn't a very strong attack. Within 30 minutes, it had subsided. Praise the Lord. But I was obviously getting more discouraged because I was thinking, okay, this has only been like 5 days and now I've got this again. And so I just had a very discouraging day. And I didn't feel like my ear reset as well this time. In the meantime, I still have the hearing loss, but the side effects weren't as bad after these resets. So the next day, which was yesterday, yeah, you guessed it, woke up again, got up, sat in my chair for a few minutes, and here it came. Joe was still home. He was downstairs like tending to the fire, getting ready for work. I texted him and said, come upstairs, and he came running up, gave me the medicine, and I had more of an attack this time. I wasn't like violently spinning, but everything was kind of just swaying. I couldn't keep my eyes as still this time, and every time I moved my eye, it felt like things would move. and kind of like there was just like pressure on my head. That was kind of a 2.5 hour process. I took the medicine, but there was no violently vertigo spinning unless I were to close my eyes, but I still couldn't get up on my own or anything. So yeah, 2.5 hours of that, and then I got off the phone, I called my mom and just had a meltdown, and just, yeah, having some meltdowns, and I just kind of feeling like there's a load of bricks on me, and every day I try to be positive, but it's like another brick drops on me. So that's been where I'm at. I'm trying to remain faithful. I know my family's praying for me. They are a good support system. My husband's amazing. He's just my rock. And my mom, she's my rock. So that's where I'm at. And Jesus Christ, of course, the ultimate rock in my life. So I know that there's hope. Everybody thinks there's gonna be something good come out of this. I'm gonna get better. I know there's routes if I lose my hearing. I think there's other routes I can take. There may be a few other things. I've gotten in with the neuro-otologist for next Thursday, so 6 more days. I'll be going to him, and hopefully he's got something he can tell me, some advice or something. My husband's like, if there's not anything that he can do, we're going somewhere else. He's like, we'll go, to Vanderbilt, we'll go to the Mayo Clinic, we'll do something. So until we can, find a resolution, hopefully. But if not, it's in God's hands. Ultimately, it's in God's hands, and that's where I'm putting it. Trying to be positive 100% of the time is, I'm gonna take a bite. Setting the bar a little high, but definitely don't want to give up. When I have good moments, I want to relish in them. It's what I gotta do. I keep saying maybe my journey would help somebody too, so maybe I should document it some. It's really all I've got to document at the moment, because I'm just really going through a lot of that now. And I can't drive, I can't go anywhere. I can walk to the greenhouse some and do some things like that, but I haven't been going outside because Joe's at work, and I just don't. The last attack had no warning, and if I were to be outside, I wouldn't be able to get back in, so unless I were to call somebody, and it was really even hard to pick up my phone and do anything on it because I was really dizzy. So I may go out some, but definitely when my husband's home, we'll be okay. I have to remain faithful because I know, like, Job in the Bible, he remained faithful and God rewarded him for it. So I have to do that. And I have to do that for the people around me, the people I love. Because I know people are going to walk trials, and I don't want them to give up either. I wouldn't want my kids to give up. Never on Jesus, never on God. Ever give up on God. Don't ever do that. What's the worst thing? You could not be here the next day. Be in eternity with the Lord. Never have to deal with anything like this ever again. So we have hope in Jesus. No matter what you're walking through, cancer, anything. One day we'll be with the Lord and with those we love. That's important to continue to build up their relationship with Christ, because that's our ultimate goal. I'm gonna eat my breakfast and I may get back with you guys. My husband also got me something that if I couldn't get to the bathroom or something, that I can use this. I'll show you guys what it is. It's crazy, but it's where I'm at these days. I gotta laugh about it. Then I'm learning how to put my hearing aids in. Turn my camera. Without a mirror. At first it took me a while, but I'm figuring it out. Huh. I usually let them sit here for a minute after I take them out of the case, because they play like this little song. Like dee 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 right in your ear. It's kind of annoying. I put it on the back of my ear first, and then just kind of twist that little dome, and it goes right in. Voila! Okay. Today is a better day. It's not ringing as bad. Just a little, but that definitely helps and just balance things out. And then I can stream. I may try to make my video today. I may not have a lot of music in the back of my videos anymore. I'll try some. I really like to put music because it set the tone for certain things and makes some things kind of funny. But just because that is one of the hardest things for me to enjoy listening to anymore, which is really sad because I love worship music and stuff like that. but it doesn't sound good. It just does not sound good. It's just very, it's hard to describe. And I know anybody out there that's got hearing loss and they try to watch videos that have music in the background, it's really hard to do because it's hard for me to pick out the voice to make everything sound good. It's just like a lot. So I may not have as much music. And I know these hearing loss people will appreciate that because only you guys know what I'm talking about. Reading the Bible last night, and like I have a lot of fear here lately. And 1 John 4:18 was in the footnotes of what I'm reading in Exodus right now, but it said, perfect love casteth out fear. So I'm just learning to lean on God's love and know that He does love me and that He's going to take care of me, so I don't need to worry. That's easier said than done, but I'm going to work at it. That's what you do in a relationship with somebody. You work at stuff. So I'm just working at this thing. I'm working at it. Now, don't laugh. When I first told my husband that I'm going to need one of these, he's like, no. I guess he didn't want me to like give in to defeat or anything, but when he realized the last 3 times I've had vertigo that I wasn't able to get up on my own and I looked like a drunk person, or that was when it was not bad, I looked like a drunk person. If it was worse, then there was just absolutely no getting up. But I thought, when it starts subsiding a little bit, I'm still swaying for a while and it's still kind of hard for me to get up. But I think I could with one of these because I have something to hold on to and if I need to sit down. So let me show you. Because I'll probably make y'all dizzy. Nobody wants to be dizzy. Nobody got time for that. And turn the light on. Actually, I could open the window. I have to push down on it. I think. It's supposed to snap in, y'all. Probably should be using this. Okay. I just made myself look like a fool. Gosh. Seriously. Okay, whatever. Maybe I'll sit down and I'll pop in. But, see? Then I could probably... Oh, wait. I could slide myself to the bathroom. Okay, y'all. Better than I thought. Tear the new trim off the wall. That was snow that just went off the roof, y'all. Piece of trim. Might as well never notice. I'm sure this will be really fun when I'm dizzy. Anyways. Oh, and it caught in the seat popped down. So, but anyways, here she is. Got a basket for my goodies, but I think it'll help. But it'll just give me some peace of mind whenever there's nobody here to help me. And maybe I won't have to use it much. But yeah, and it just folds up really super easy. And I can put it back in the closet. I gotta go down and turn off the wood stove in the greenhouse, so I think I'm gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna take my phone with me. Well, it was in the low teens last night. We have a fire today, but good news, we're headed into a warm-up. So all this nonsense is gonna be out of here, and hopefully I won't have to use the stove in the greenhouse much longer. All right, I'm going for it, and I'm not planning on being out here very long. Yeah, look at that. Ugh. My balance is a little better today. Usually after attack, my balance is kind of bad for like 12 hours, but today it feels pretty good. Vent fans on, of course. Stove's running. All right, I'm gonna water because I haven't watered in 3 days. I know my husband's done some, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it while I'm down here.